PLX Plus, Session 5. The title of this session is called Setting Expectations and Coaching for Success. The content of this particular session includes a review of the overall performance management system, also establishing performance standards so that a fully trained employee would be able to meet these standards, having all the tools and resources that they would need in order to be successful. Another component of this session is creating SMART goals. And many of us don't like creating SMART goals, especially the M piece, which stands for measurable. The measurable piece needs to be quantitative, having some numbers, percentages, or something where you can identify what is the goal and to be able to measure it effectively. There is pre-work associated with this particular session, and watching an e-learning on SMART goals is part of that. And during the class, participants will be able to write their own SMART goals and share that in the classroom setting. Another key component of this session is MRA's Diagnostic Direction Model. This model helps participants identify what is their leadership style and to be able to adapt their leadership style to their direct reports task that they are participating in. The key is the task, not the overall job of the direct report, but a particular task that they are working on. And the leader then needs to adjust their leadership style based on the task. And that has to do with the direct reports. What is their aptitude for doing that task? Do they actually know how to do the task? And the other component is, what is their appeal? Meaning that, do they want to do the task? Is it something that they know how to do and want to do, or something that they don't know how to do but are excited about doing, or something they just have no clue how to even start? Here's where the leadership style needs to adjust. So the graphical depiction of this model is a thermometer, and the thermometer goes up and down. And that means that the leadership style needs to adapt to where that direct report's either aptitude or their appeal is for a particular task. And we do several activities related to that so that the leaders in the class can get accustomed to adapting their style to a particular individual on their team, as well as to the task that the individual is performing. This session also covers the impact of training transfer, and we provide some tips to help optimize adult learning and focusing on how adults learn and what are some of the key features with regard to adult learning. In addition, this session also helps leaders kind of diagnose the problems of performance and what are some of the things that they can do, recognizing what are the expectations that the leader has of the individual performing the task, and what are some of the consequences if the direct report is not meeting the expectations. Finally, this session focuses on a very important skill that leaders need to have, and that is coaching. We help them define coaching, also to ask good coaching questions. Oftentimes, leaders will say, but what kinds of questions am I supposed to ask? We give them lots of tools and resources on different kinds of questions that they can ask. And they will have an opportunity to do some skill practice by utilizing all the tools that we have talked about in this session to help them have an effective and productive coaching discussion.